Hi, everyone. Welcome to our second Pajama Walk event. I am so glad to have you guys here today. I wish we could be hosting these events in person, but until we meet again, we're going to host some pretty awesome virtual events each Saturday morning in October. Last week we were jamming with Jelly, and today we have Ask a Hero, which will host Officer Brenna Hosey, who's a Metro officer. She's one of the brave officers who saved many lives on Christmas Day, as well as captured and relocated the coyote that snuck into Music City Center and eventually gave the Nashville Soccer Club its coyote mascot. She has flown with the Air Force Thunderbirds. We are honored to have Officer Hosey as a guest today and as a supporter of the autism community. She was originally scheduled to be our Grand Marshal for the Pajama Walk, but now we have a chance to get to know her better. If you have any questions for Officer Hosey, you can comment those and we'll try to work them into the questions that have already been submitted. Next Saturday, Mr. Bond's science show will wow audiences with his impressive and entertaining science experiments. On October 23rd, we'll have Cody Clark's magic show and the Captain Spectrum story. Magician Cody Clark is an adult on the spectrum who has perfected the art of magic and travels the country performing. We're so lucky to have him hosting a virtual magic show for us. We'll also hear about Captain Spectrum and how his work focused on kindness and courage to end bullying. We're going to end October with a drive-through trunk or treat on October 30th. Costumes are encouraged but not required. Families will drive through and can collect treats and fidget toys. We're pretty excited about the lineup of events and hope you are too. These events are all part of our Virtual Pajama Walk fundraising campaign. So if you haven't already signed up or donated yet, please do. Every dollar supports Autism Tennessee and helps us run programs like ours. Visit autismtn.org/walk to get started. All right, before we get started, I want to thank our sponsors, and I've got a little cheat sheet to make sure I don't forget anyone. So thank you so much to our sponsors for helping us put on these events. I want to mention and thank the following sponsors for supporting the autism community: Sherrard Rowe, Boynton Harbison, Draymore, Bridgestone Americas, Frisk Cressy Ventures, Kay Griffin, Keystone Wells Fargo, the Frisk Center for Autism and Innovation, Hall Strategies, Autism in Motion Clinics, and Jones Therapy Services. Thanks again, sponsors, and now it's time to ask a hero.
Are joining us for News for Today, you're most likely getting up to start an earlier workday, or you're just getting home from an overnight shift. And I know what that's like to work like when most folks are out there sleeping. Well, this morning, I want to share an inside look at life of one of those hardworking people out there who tackled the midnight shift from Metro Police. It's about 10:30, and many people are settling down for the night, but not Officer Brenna Hosey and her colleagues on the midnight shift at the Metro Nashville Police Central District.
People are fascinated, honestly, by people that work the midnight shift and how we do it.
Officer Hosey's 11.
Yes, sir.
11's 13.
Yes, sir.
It starts with an update in the roll call room
I want you to stay in 23 and 25 zone.
before heading off to patrol her assigned area. Tonight, we walked with her along a quiet Broadway.
So with everything being shut down early, we're worried about commercial burglaries, if doors just happen to be left open, anything like that.
After 3 years on the shift, Officer Hosey says she loves her unconventional work schedule.
But what I like is that you're busy at the beginning of shift, and then it kind of tapers off, and then you can be more proactive.
But it's not without its personal challenges. Officer Hosey flips her day, meaning she handles most of her to-dos right after her shift ends, then goes to bed to wake up shortly before her shift begins.
They ask, like, how do you do that? Like, aren't you tired? Or how do you sleep during the daytime? Like, isn't it light out? And I'm like, room darkening curtains are a miracle.
She says her family and friends have adjusted.
So they try and be accommodating to me as I can be accommodating to them.
Well, this particular night was pretty quiet. That's not always the case. Officer Hosey has experienced multiple high-profile incidents, including helping capture a coyote that snuck into the Music City Center in 2019, and more recently,
Where's your car? Okay, go to your car.
evacuating 2nd Avenue before the Christmas Day bombing?
Never, I guess, like starting out, even in academy or starting out on rotations, did I think, oh, I'm going to have a coyote in the back of my patrol car, or I'm going to try and save a coyote. But the bombing was definitely like at the bottom of the list. Never did I think something like that would happen here. But it's made me, I guess, like excited but anxious also to see like what the next 20 years of my career is going to be and what I'm going to get to see and experience and who I'm going to get to help.
A salute to her, certainly. Now, Officer Hosey, by the way, says despite responding to some unique calls in her short career, so far she has not had to deliver any babies, but she's mentally prepared for it should it come her way. A big thank you to Metro Nashville Police and Officer Hosey for letting us tag along with her that night.
All right, we want to welcome you, Metro Officer Brenna Hosey.
Hi, thank you so much for having me.
Absolutely. It is our honor to have you with us today. We have compiled a list of questions that have been submitted to us, and some are quirkier than others, so I hope you're ready.
Fire them away. I'm ready.
Okay. All right. We're just going to dive right in. So this is Metro Police Officer, Brenna Hosey. And we're going to dive in and ask, who is your hero? So you're the hero to Nashville. Who's your hero?
My hero, I would have to say, are all of the female officers that came before me, because there was a point in time where women weren't allowed to be in law enforcement or be on the police force. And even when they were allowed, it was in a administrative capacity. They weren't allowed to be on the street catching bad guys or anything. So I think the women that forged the path that I'm able to take now would have to be my heroes.
Good answer. All right, we're going to move on to the next one. What is your favorite thing to do when you aren't working?
I love to be outside, so hiking is definitely at the top of the list. Being out in nature and seeing all of the different animals and just kind of like the quietness and the tranquility out in the woods is one of my favorite things to do.
Oh, me too. Okay. What are the best things about being a police officer?
Oh, the best things about being a police officer, I would have to say, are all of the different people that you get to meet on a daily basis. Some of them, you're just an interaction, just having a conversation, like, how are you doing? Others are the ones that need your help, and being able to help them solve their problem or get them the help that they need is definitely very rewarding.
That sounds very fulfilling. All right, this is a good one. Do police officers ever get scared? Have you ever been scared?
Police officers do get scared. I think that is what keeps us human and keeps us grounded in our job. And I have been scared a few times. In the bathroom with the coyote was one of them, because I didn't know if it was going to bite me. But then after the bombing, well, even before the bomb went off, I would say I was scared because I didn't know when it was going to happen or if it was going to happen. And then in the few seconds to minutes afterwards, I would say I was scared. And it wasn't for myself because I knew that I was okay, but not knowing if my partners that were on the other side that I couldn't see and that I couldn't get to, not knowing if they were okay. I would say that was probably when I was the most scared.
That does sound scary. Let's talk about that coyote a little bit more. Did you really save a coyote in downtown Nashville? Tell us more.
Yes, I did. So the call came out that a coyote had run into the Music City Center and was now locked in a bathroom. And my initial thought, and I had said on our radio to the other guys I was working with, that there's no way there is a coyote in downtown Nashville. It's probably someone's German Shepherd or a weird breed of dog that had gotten out from somebody on their walk and had wandered in there. And so the workers that night led us to the bathroom, and I rounded the corner, and sitting there on the sink was that coyote. And obviously, we don't have the tools as police officers to be able to handle that situation. So I had called animal control to see if they could come help assist us, because I know they have the catch poles that they're able to safely put around like a dog's neck to be able to guide them safely into a vehicle or into their car. And the animal control officer came out, and she kind of talked me through how to use the catch pole and that we were going to do it together as a team. And so they lifted up the gate for us to go into the bathroom, and we were able to get the coyote off the sink safely. And then I had asked her where, like, are they going to take the coyote to either like a Walden's Puddle or like another wildlife rehabilitation? And she said no, that they would just take it back to animal control and that they'd probably euthanize it since they don't have the means to take care of it. And I did not like that answer. It is not this coyote's fault. It wandered into a city and got stuck in a bathroom. So I just told her to put the coyote in the back of my patrol car, and I would drive it to a wooded area and let it go. And that's what we did. My partners backed me up so nothing bad would happen. And I hope he's living a happy life now.
What did your boss say when he found out you put a coyote in your cruiser?
He wasn't thrilled, but understood why I did it. Because I feel like it would have, and he agreed, like, it wasn't a great idea to put the coyote in the back of my patrol car, but he understood why I did it, and that he understood I didn't want anything bad to happen to the coyote either for something that wasn't its fault.
Well, you have a kind heart. I don't think I'd put a wild animal in the back of my car. Okay, this is a great one. If you could have one superpower, what would it be?
Oh, man. Probably flying.
Why?
Because Nashville traffic is terrible. And if I could fly, I would get places so fast, and I wouldn't be angry in my car while I'm driving at other terrible drivers in Nashville. And I'd be able to see people quicker, like be able to get to friends and family quicker. So when I missed them, I could get there fast. I would like that.
That's a good answer. Nashville traffic is terrible.
Yes.
Okay, let's see. We've got, how would you encourage a person with autism to be brave or have courage in a scary situation like bullying? Now, this is a sweet question. I love this.
This is a very sweet question. So when it comes to being scared for yourself, I would say, like the good old fashioned, like kind of close your eyes and count to 10. But while you're doing that, think of all the people that love you and that care about you and know what a wonderful person you are. And that is what that can be your courage. So you don't do anything that you would regret later, because violence is not the answer. And there is nothing wrong, though, for standing up for yourself and telling the bully that you do not like what they're saying to you. That you do not like what they're doing to you. And then when you find that courage within yourself, it is okay to turn around and walk away to keep yourself safe.
Good answer. All right, we've got a couple that have come in. I'm going to show this one. This is from Chris Sabis. What is the biggest challenge in being a woman on a mostly male police force?
The biggest challenge. So I have been very fortunate with the men that I have worked with that have been very supportive and very encouraging towards me and have supported me 100% on the job. And they know my capabilities, and that if they are in trouble, that I will be there to back them up 100%. I know for other females that is not the case, and it's not that they have faced discrimination or anything. It's more them having to prove themselves to their male counterparts that they are able and willing to be the officer that these men expect them to be. We all go through the same academy. We all have to pass the same qualifications. But for some females that are maybe of smaller stature or that are smaller than their male counterparts, it's kind of that expectation that they have to prove themselves that they're capable of doing what the men can do, kind of thing.
Okay, I've got another one. This one comes from Team Autism Tennessee. Have you ever interacted with someone on the spectrum before?
It wasn't until recently. So I believe it didn't come out directly. This was probably a couple of years ago. I believe I interacted with somebody on the spectrum, but I didn't know it at the time. And after discussing it with some colleagues of mine that have family members that are on the spectrum, I believe the person I was interacting with was on the spectrum. And the call went really well. There was nothing bad that happened. But then a few weeks ago, I was working downtown for overtime, and I interacted with someone that was on the spectrum. I was using my whistle to direct traffic, and that appeared to be a kind of trigger for this individual, because I was trying to keep pedestrians back, and I used my whistle to direct him, and also using my hand. And I believe it was his sister was with him. We had to have that conversation because he didn't want to listen because of the noise. So having that family member there to help me figure out the situation to keep him safe.
And you've met my boys.
Yes, and I've met your boys, yes.
All right, let me go back to some of the questions that we had before submitted. Okay. Oh, okay. Tell us about flying with the Thunderbirds. Did you go upside down? Did you throw up?
Riding with the Thunderbirds was amazing. My pilot gator was fantastic. We did a lot of prep beforehand, and he made me feel so comfortable and so excited to go on the flight. And yes, we went upside down several times. And after that, I did get sick a couple times, but I didn't pass out. And I didn't cry. So all in all, I think it was a great experience.
That sounds like a win. That sounds
It was
terrifying.
so much fun.
What a great opportunity and experience for you. And that was part of your being representative as a hometown hero, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Congratulations. That was pretty
Thank
cool.
you.
Okay. This one is, what is the scariest animal you've ever seen in person? Besides the coyote.
So probably not a was it a copperhead? There's a venomous snake here in Tennessee. I can't remember what it was. We were out hiking, and I saw like these wasps kind of like attacking something, and the closer we got, it was a venomous snake. So that was definitely very scary. And then I've also seen a black widow spider in Tennessee. Not a fan of that one either. Nope.
Where are you originally from?
Columbus, Ohio.
Okay. They don't have black widows there?
No.
Oh, well, we have a lot of those.
Yeah, I found that out when I moved down here. Not a fan.
Let's see
I don't like spiders anyways.
Oh, me either. Okay. Have you ever broken a bone or been to the emergency room?
Yes. So I've broken my right wrist twice, and I broke my right pointer finger once. And I've been to the emergency room for all of those. And then I've had a couple concussions, and that's been it. I did get stitches in this finger. I sliced that open, but I only went to urgent care for that, and they sewed me up.
Okay, let's see. We'll do the next one, and then we'll do a little commercial. So let's see what we've got. Who is the most famous person you've ever met?
The most famous person. So I don't know the age group of people that are on here right now, but when I was working patrol, I got to meet and hang out with Gavin DeGraw. He lived in a building in my patrol zone, and so he and I became buddies. If there are any moms or older folks on here that watched One Tree Hill, he was the singer for their theme song. He's cool.
Got it. That is. But I trust you. All right. I am going to take a minute and show. Actually, I've got a couple of things I need to tell you guys. Hold on. Let me find it. Oh, okay. So, sorry, I have some notes I'm cheating off of. The Virtual Pajama Walk is a month-long fundraiser for Autism Tennessee, and we need your help. please register a team for the pajama walk and invite all of your friends and family to join. Friends and family can join your team or make a donation. The teams who raise the most money, have the most donors, or have the most participants will win prizes. To create your team, go to autismtn.org/walk to register. All right. Now it's time to thank our sponsors. Each week we'll air 2 commercials thanking our sponsors for supporting Autism Tennessee. We're honored to have students from the Edison School featured in these commercials. All right, I'm going to air the first one.
Thanks to JMO for supporting Autism Tennessee and kids like me.
Thanks for First Center for supporting Autism Tennessee and kids like me.
How cute were those?
That's so adorable.
I know, I love it. Okay, back to the questions. We have you ever traveled outside the United States?
I have been to the Dominican Republic on
That's
vacation. It was very nice and beautiful.
All right, let's see if we have more questions that have been submitted. Oh, we just got another travel question. If you could travel anywhere after COVID, where would you go and why?
So we're actually hoping that next year we can go back to the Dominican Republic. My family had planned a big family vacation last year to go to Jamaica, but obviously because of COVID, that was canceled. So we're hoping next year that we can reschedule the family vacation and take a family vacation as a big family next year, because we haven't done that since before my brother and I started college. So it's been a very long time since we've taken a family vacation.
That sounds like so much fun.
I know.
We have Chris Davis shamelessly plugging his own team so that he will win prizes. And Amy said Gavin DeGraw is awesome.
Yes.
And Dave said, can anyone read this? So I'm not sure. Okay, this is a good one. What was the hardest part of going through the police academy and what was the easiest?
The hardest part of the police academy is definitely the physical part. And at least for me, so I can admit that I did not go into the police academy as prepared physically as I should have been. And so it was that was a struggle for me in the beginning. And then I'd say the second hardest part was the law portion. So when you go through the academy, you have to learn specific laws that pertain to your job. So reasonable suspicion, probable cause, those kind of things. So you're not violating people's rights on a daily basis doing your job. And so having to get back into a classroom mindset after being out of college for several years, that was a little difficult for me. But once I got into the flow and had good study groups with my academy mates, it became a lot easier. And then the easiest part, I don't know if there is an easy part in academy.
It's tough then. Oh, Chris said he has no shame about promoting his team. Okay, let's go back to our questions. We've got, which Paw Patrol character is your favorite? This is a very serious question.
I have been told that this is the end all be all question, but I would have to go with Digger.
That's the
bulldog, right? Is that who that
Rubble.
is? Rubble. I don't know my Paw Patrol characters as good as I thought I did.
My kids are out there in the other room. They're probably yelling at the TV because you got that wrong.
I'm sorry, Rory. I'm sorry, Carmen.
Okay, next question. Which ice cream flavor is the best and which pizza topping is the best?
Hands down, mint chocolate chip is the best ice cream flavor ever. And the pizza topping, I have to go mushrooms.
Oh.
I always get a pepperoni and mushroom pizza with extra mushrooms. It is my go-to.
Well, I'm not sharing pizza with you.
It's better than anchovies.
True.
Who does that?
Oh,
But it's
this is
always
a good
healthy
autism question that's coming up because a lot of actually, most everybody on the spectrum doesn't like surprises. They like to know what's coming up. And this question is, do you like or dislike surprises?
So it's very situational dependent. At work, I don't like surprises at all.
That makes sense.
Not a fan of those. But personally, I do like surprises. I feel like surprises are happy experiences, either like birthdays or presents or anything like that, or finding out like a friend's having a baby. Like those are happy surprises. I like those ones.
Okay. All right. Next, we have. Oh, this one's misspelled. What is your favorite holiday? What are your favorite traditions?
Oh, man. I like to lump Thanksgiving and Christmas together as Thanksmas because you kind of just celebrate all the way from Thanksgiving to Christmas as just one gigantic holiday. And that is when like I get to see friends and other family and get to give them presents and all of that. So it's just a giant celebration. But my favorite traditions. So on Christmas Eve, there's 24 hours of A Christmas Story on TNT. And I always have that on playing in the background. And then as long as we can get together as a family, we'll do a big like charcuterie board and either watch like A Christmas Story or we'll play a game of some sort and just spend time with each other, like no phones, anything like that. Just conversation and eating food.
That sounds good. Okay, let's see if we have any questions that have been submitted. Oh, I already know the answer to this, but everyone else doesn't. Is anyone else in your family a police officer?
Yes. So actually, about a month ago, a little over a month ago, my little brother graduated from the Nashville Police Academy, and I got to pin his badge on him after the ceremony.
That was really special. I got to see, I think they did a news segment on that.
There was a little article, yeah.
It was cute. I hope he has a less exciting career.
I do too. I know he's an adult, but he's still my little brother.
Right? You got to protect it. Okay, so this one's fun because it's kind of autism specific as well. Do you collect anything or have any very specific interests?
So being a police officer, we collect or exchange patches and challenge coins from other police departments. So I have a box filled with other patches from around the country from other police departments. I actually have a couple patches from France when some French police officers were in Nashville visiting. And then I have some challenge coins also from those departments or other departments around the country as well.
Describe what a challenge coin is.
So a challenge coin, it's probably about the size of a $50, and that you can design them yourself. So each department, or if you order from a company, you can design a challenge coin yourself. So the front can have like the name of your police agency and can have like a small picture on it. And then on the back, sometimes they'll have like an inspirational quote or a saying that's significant to police officers. And something, and sometimes some color on there, and you'll exchange those with other officers. So they'll remember, like, I got this challenge coin from Nashville. It says Metro Nashville Police Department on it. And then if, let's say they got 2 of those coins, then they can exchange with somebody else and say, hey, I don't have one of my coins, but I have one from Nashville. Can I still get one of yours? So that's something that a lot of officers do and that I've started to do. And I think that's a lot of fun.
Okay. I want to encourage anybody who hasn't asked questions to go ahead and type a question into whatever comment, wherever you're watching this, if it's on Facebook or YouTube. If you want to comment in there, we will ask your question on air. Here's one. It says, have you helped with any of the recent natural disasters like the Nashville tornado or the Waverly flooding? Anything like that?
So I actually was working the night the Nashville tornado hit as well. Yeah. Yes, it was a busy year last year. So me and the people I worked with, we were first boots on the ground when the tornado hit last year. So getting everybody help that needed it and all of that. Unfortunately, with the Waverly flooding, I did not assist with that. I know Nashville sent the urban search and rescue team. I know they sent them out there along with the fire department's search and rescue team as well.
Okay. All right, let's see. I don't see any others that have come in yet, but I hope people will submit them. We do have a few more that were submitted beforehand. All right, what is something that people would be surprised to know about you?
Surprised to know about me. Oh gosh, I don't know. I have really big feet. I'm only 5'8", but I have really big feet. I wear a women's 11.
Oh gosh, that's really
so it's
big.
like a men's 9.5. I think that's about all I've got. I played college softball.
Oh, that's fun. Where'd you go to school?
Ohio Dominican University.
Okay, what city is that in?
It is just right outside Columbus, Ohio.
Okay, and what position did you play for softball?
I was a pitcher.
Oh, that's interesting.
Mhm.
See, you do have a couple of fun facts about you. Okay, let's see. Oh, this one's sweet. Will you come to the birthday bash in April so we can meet you for real?
Absolutely, I would love to.
We would love to have you. It's on April 30th at Adventure Science Center, and I'll give you all the information later. But we would love to have you there. That's fun.
April 30th, the Adventure Science Center. I'm putting it in my phone right now so I don't forget.
It's a breakfast thing. It's early. It's like 8 to 10 in the morning.
I love breakfast.
That's like when your shift ends, though, right? So you'll like.
Well, so I'm actually not on patrol anymore. They moved me out to the training academy. So I'm on day shift now. So I actually now oversee our career development unit. So I assist officers that are wanting to further their education or are looking to move into specialized units within the department. And then I also help the leadership within our department send them off to leadership schools.
So what kind of specialized opportunities are there for police officers?
Specialized units would be considered like the canine unit or mounted patrol, even like our investigation division. So the domestic violence division, the traffic section, those are all considered specialized units. So there's a application process within the department, and then an interview process as well. So the goal is for officers that are interested in these units to come see me, and I would tell them about what these sections do, what a day-to-day looks like, and then look for opportunities for them to be temporarily assigned out there for a shift or two to see if it's something they would actually enjoy in a unit that they would want to be a part of.
Okay. Is that a welcome lower key position, or is it a little more boring compared to everything experienced last year?
It's a little bit more boring this year than it was last year, but I'm enjoying this lower pace for now. So I can't complain too much. I get to work with some really great people. I get to meet officers that are on the department that I haven't met before, which I really like, and I enjoy like the rewarding feeling of after they've met with me and they interview for these positions, them having not only the confidence to go into the interview, but after the interview, them reaching out to me and thanking me for all of the information that I provided them and how great they feel after the interview because of how our meeting went. So that makes me feel good.
Good. Yeah, helping people further their career. It looks like we've got a new comment. Are you doing anything fun this weekend after this Q&A?
So actually after this Q&A, I'm going to start getting ready. My boyfriend's brother is getting married, so I have to get ready for that and then head to the venue for pictures.
Oh, that's fun.
Yes.
I got a text. Oh, it says, how can I submit a question? Okay, so to submit a question, if you're on Facebook, you can just comment at the bottom of the video that you're watching. And the same for if you're watching on YouTube, there's an option to make a comment at the bottom. And when you do that, it'll show up for us. And you can ask us any questions you want. Not me. You can ask Miss Hosey anything you want. Let's see if any more questions come in. So far, it's quiet. Let's see if we had any others. Oh, do you have a famous family member? Was one.
No, I'm the famous family member.
By a series of unfortunate incidences, you are now
Right.
the famous family member. Okay, let's see. I think that's all the questions that have been submitted to us beforehand. Do you want to tell us a little bit about yourself? We probably should have opened with that.
No, that's fine. So I grew up, so it's a small town outside of Columbus. It's called Johnstown, Ohio. I was born and raised there and then went to college at Ohio Dominican. And after I graduated college, I became a dispatcher for a local police department for a year. Didn't really enjoy that job that much, but I loved the guys that I worked with, and I loved like seeing what they got to do every day. I knew that it's something that I wanted to do. So went back to doing a server bartending job for a couple years until I kind of like found myself, I guess, if that's what you want to say. And I was cleaning out my room and cleaning out some stuff, and I'd found a list of cities and places that I wanted to live and work in when I was in college. And Nashville was actually at the top of the list. So the Nashville Police Department was the first place I had applied to and the first place that I had heard that I had gotten hired at. So I just kind of felt like I was meant to be down here. And so this December, it'll be 5 years that I've been down here.
Awesome. That's a cool story.
Yeah.
So Dave is the one who's trying to submit a question, and he said, can anyone read this? Yes, Dave, we can read that. So submit your question in the same way that you just typed that in, and then we will read it on air. Let me hide that comment. I'll go hide this other comment. I'll wait to see what he types in. And anyone else, if you have any questions and you're watching this and want to comment with your questions, go ahead. Dave, no, you can't speak. You'll just have to type it in and I'll read it. Just type your question in right there and then I'll read it on air. All right, while we're waiting for Dave's question, I need to thank all our sponsors again. All right, so we'll wait for his question, but I'm going to go ahead and say thank you so much to our sponsors for putting on this event. Sherrard Rowe, Voight & Harbison, Draymore, Bridgestone Americas, Frisk Cressy Ventures, Kay Griffin, Keystone Wells Fargo, the Frisk Center for Autism and Innovation, Hall Strategies, Autism in Motion Clinics, and Jones Therapy Services. Oh, here's one. This might be a trick question for you. What is your favorite Pokemon character?
Oh, man.
I wouldn't even know how to answer this.
Oh, my favorite one. I'm probably going to get the name wrong, like I got Rebel's name wrong. Like I love Pikachu, but I think Pikachu is everyone's favorite. But I like, is it Squirtle, the one that has the flower on its back? I think I like her the best. I think it's Squirtle.
Oh, I cannot confirm or deny.
Or Jigglypuff.
You could be making these up and I would never know. Someone will comment if you're doing it wrong. If you're saying it wrong, someone will tell us.
Okay,
Okay,
it's been a long time since I've been into Pokemon. I'm sorry.
Okay, we got our question from Dave. Who do you like in the in MLB playoffs to win it all? Who do you want to win, and who do you think will actually win?
Oh man, David, you just threw like a crazy one at me. Okay, so I'm a Cincinnati Reds fan. I have been for a very long time. I would love for them to win it all, but that hasn't happened since 1990. Bless them. Oh man. So yes, I would like the Reds to win. Who do I think will actually win? Oh man. I know I should just be able to like spit this off, David, but this is
He's a Braves fan, so if you say the Braves, you get extra points.
I was thinking about the Braves. Because I mean, well, Atlanta's not that far from Nashville. So yes, David, I'm right there with you. I haven't been able to watch a ton of baseball this year, which I'm very sad to admit. Thank you, David. So yes, I think the Braves have a very good chance of taking it all. I think the Dodgers are probably up there a little bit. But I would be fine seeing the Braves take it all. I would be okay with that.
Dave said he's happy to answer his own question. If that would help.
Yes, David, if you would like to contribute to this conversation.
if you answer the question, Dave, I'll put it up on the screen. Oh, that's funny. I do have a giveaway. Let me go back to my little cheat sheet. So each week we're pulling a name out of a hat. Well, it's not a hat. It's a little bag that I have here. But we have 57 registrants right now for the walk, and one of them is going to win a weighted blanket today. We have a small, medium, and large size to choose from that were donated by our friends at Longsmith Cottage. So I've got a little plastic bag here. I'd put it up on the screen, but it's silly. So hold on. Okay, we have Silas Rose. That's funny. Hey, Nicole, I didn't know you guys were registered. So Silas Rose is our winner today. I'm going to email your mama, and then you can pick out your weighted blanket. I'm so glad the Roses are registered for Pajama Walk. So Nicole, I'll be in touch with you. Silas, you are the winner today. Yay. He's a cutie. Okay, let's see if Dave has answered his own question for your benefit. Oh, here we go. He answered. I would like to see the Rays.
Okay.
The Braves don't do it. The Brewers.
Okay. I like your logic. I like the way you're thinking, David.
Oh, and Meg said, congratulations, Silas, for being our winner. They must be a newly registered family because I hadn't seen them on there before. Hold on. My little guy just walked in here. Rory, you have to leave, sweetie. You have to leave. No. Okay. Yes. Hi. This is
Hi, Rory.
Rory, can you go out? Thank you. Oh, goodness. Okay. Do you like guinea pigs? This is a serious question. And
so the last time I was at Bab's house, she had a pregnant guinea pig. And I loved that guinea pig. It was so sweet and she was so fat.
Yes.
But yes, I'm a fan. Although I do have a scar. I don't know if you can see it right there on my knuckle. In the 3rd grade, I got bit by a guinea pig.
Okay, so you remember that mama, how pregnant she was?
Mm-hmm.
Karen Porter, her family has one of those babies.
Because they were born like 4 days after that, weren't
They were.
Yes.
They were. Yes. And that guinea pig we thought was a boy, and his name was Leo, and we renamed him Lizzo because he is not a boy. And we found that out the hard way. Dave said, I'm sad to say I think the Dodgers will repeat as World Series champions, even though they're down 0-1 in the series versus the Giants. Oh, they named him Oreo Cookies. So that's the baby.
So cute. So cute.
Yeah. Okay. Any other questions, friends? Anything else you guys want to submit? We'll hang on for another minute. Couple minutes, maybe. Let me see what else I need to say today. I've got a couple cheat sheets going. I'll let people know while we're waiting. Next week, we'll have Mr. Bond's science show, and he will wow audiences with impressive and entertaining science experiments. I think there's going to be lasers and volcanoes and all kinds of fun stuff. You won't want to miss it. Please register on the website or sign up for the Pajama Walk in order to get the link for that event. It will not be live like this. You'll have to actually be registered for one or the other, either the event on the website or the Pajama Walk in order to receive the link for that. On October 23rd, Cody Clark's magic show will happen, and the Captain Spectrum story will also be told. As we said at the beginning, the magician Cody Clark is an adult on the spectrum who's perfected the art of magic and travels the country performing. We're so lucky to have him doing a virtual magic show for us. We'll also hear the Captain Spectrum story and how he focused on kindness and courage to end bullying. And we'll end October with a drive-through trunk or treat on October 30th. Costumes are encouraged. I will be dressed as a raccoon, so you should wear your costume too. Families will drive through and collect treats and fidget toys, and so it'll be really fun. Oh, I've got more questions that popped in while I was reading all those things. This one says, what position did you play in softball? And I think you said pitcher, right?
I was a softball pitcher.
Yeah. This one says, have fun at that wedding.
Thank you.
And this one says, did you ever hit one out of the park?
Oh, yes, David. I was a home run champ.
Were you really?
Yes, it didn't hit me until probably like my sophomore or junior year of high school. But yes, that's when I was finally strong enough to be able to hit them out of the park.
Nice. Do you still play in a rec league or anything here?
Yes. So I was playing slow pitch for a while, and then life kind of just got busy and couldn't do that. But then as a fitness initiative, the commander at the training academy put together a softball tournament. So all of the precincts and all of the specialized divisions put together softball teams, and we had a softball tournament, and it was so much fun. It made me miss it so much.
Did you win?
No. So we actually have to finish the tournament on the 23rd.
Oh, so we don't know
but
yet.
we are in the finals. So
good. You've got this.
Yeah.
Thank you for doing this, Brenna.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, I think that's the end of our questions. If anybody, oh wait, do you swing like Hank Aaron? Who's your favorite MLB slugger?
Oh man. So softball swings are a little bit different than baseball swings, but Hank Aaron has a beautiful swing, and I would love to model myself after him. My favorite MLB slugger, man. So like currently, I mean, Joey Votto's on the Reds, so who doesn't love Joey Votto? But growing up, that was when Sammy Sosa was big. Man, I'm also a big Pete Rose fan. David, you are asking some really great questions that are very hard. Man.
I should have submitted these to you so you could prepare in advance.
Yeah, David is asking some great ones.
Oh, okay. We'll see if anything else rolls in. Oh, he said, I will stop there, but I could have taken this off for a while. Thanks so much. This was fun. Oh, I agree. I feel like we could talk to you forever, Brenna. Thank you so much for your time today. I wish we could have had you as a Grand Marshal, but hopefully we'll see you at the Pajama Walk.
Yes.
Oh, Amy said Big Papi on the Red Sox.
Oh, Mark McGwire. How could I forget Mark McGwire? Loved him. Loved him growing up. Loved watching him.
This one's controversial.
Yes.
She said yes,
leave it at that, but I think yes.
All right. So I am oh, Piper says you look like a princess.
Oh my gosh.
I'm assuming
thank
she
you
means
so
you.
much, Piper.
Yeah. That's so sweet.
That's so sweet.
I know. I love it. Should go like smile big for those
Is it
photos.
because of my bun? I worked hard on that bun.
Oh goodness. Okay, so I think we're gonna let you go now, Officer Hosey. Thank you so much. I feel like we could talk to you all day and ask you all kinds of questions. Thank you so much. It's been an honor having you here and to support the autism community. We love how much you love us. And so thank you so much. I thanked our sponsors, but I'll do it again. Thank you so much to our sponsors for putting on these events. Sherrard Rowe, Voight and Harbison, Draymore, Frisk Cressy Ventures, Kay Griffin, Keystone Wells Fargo, the Frisk Center for Autism and Innovation, Hall Strategies, Autism in Motion Clinics, and Jones Therapy Services. Don't forget to share your fundraiser for the Pajama Walk. Every dollar helps us towards programs like the Helpline, and we want to thank you so much for being here and for everybody who participated, asking questions or was watching. We're so glad to have you. And with that, I am going to do our final video.